got it.
What year is
I
yours?
got this
I don't drive
Why are you
anything.
buying so much?
I'm trying. For real.
Alright, on number 1. We talked, y'all listen, we're focused on our study guide now. Talked to this group back here about number 1 yesterday about what fringe was, and we kind of chuckled about it a little bit, but then I asked in first period, and there were also a lot of them in first period that didn't realize what fringe was either. So a word there that if you're not familiar with will cause you to get the problem wrong. If we had a table here, whether it's square, rectangle, either one, it doesn't matter. If I'm talking about putting a tablecloth over it, it would be area.
Oh,
Okay,
fringe
but
is the...
fringe is this little frilly stuff that goes around the edges. Okay, so around the edges means it's a perimeter problem. Okay, so perimeter would have been A on that.
I thought about it.
All right. Okay, on 2. There's 2, and then there's another one. I think it's 17. No, 18. 2 and 18 are both very similar problems. We're going to set up an inequality to solve both of them. On 2, company A, a salesperson's got 2 offers. A offers $5.60 a week. Where'd my mouse go? Just using it. It's hiding in the cheese hole. Come on. Nope. $5.60 a week. Plus, they get a percentage of their sales and commission. That company is 14%. So 0.14x. There's company A. Only little space company B is $11.20 a week, so they get a greater weekly fee, but their commission's less, 7%. Okay, the question says, what's the amount of sales in which company A's offer is better than company B's? So I would want A to be greater than B. Okay, start solving. Do anything you want here. This one's funny how the numbers work out because it's easy to do mental math on. What do you want to get rid of first or do first?
Well, let's subtract.
Okay, so subtract 0.07x. You were going to say something, Mason, but
I was going to say that.
okay, good. So that gets me. Here's what I was talking about the numbers being funny. That's 0.07, right? Now next you would have to subtract 560, and that's 560. Did y'all notice that when y'all were working it?
No.
Now you divide by 0.07 though, and you get something different. What's 560 divided by 0.07? I think so. Check it again. 8,000. So if I think I can sell more than $8,000 worth of whatever it is I'm selling, I would want to go with company A. If not, I'd want to go with company B. So D, as in dynamite, would be your correct answer for number 2. All right, on number 3, this is the stuff we've been doing here recently on the bell ringers. Anybody think they got a good answer on number 3? What'd y'all get over there, Michael? What's your huddle?
D.
D. So what everybody got?
No. What number?
What'd y'all get, Chase?
A.
3. A. So
I got C.
C. So we got a.
Well,
anybody get B?
Sorry,
B,
guys.
anybody?
I'm sorry.
All right, let's look. I didn't tell him he was right yet. Let's look at it and see what we got. 5x minus 1 is less than 4. X minus 2 is greater than negative 1, and this says and. All right, we start solving both of these. I would add 1 over here. That gets me 5x is less than 5. Divided by 5x is less than 1.
Uh-huh.
And here when I add 2, I get x is greater than 1. So if I look at this on a number line, whoops, we got a dotted one for whatever reason. Pick the solid one for there. There's my 1. This one says x is less than 1, so I would be coming that way. And then the other one says x is greater than 1, so I'll be going that way. So what number do I have shaded that's in the black and the blue? Because this is and. It's got to be in both.
9.
There's not 1. What about 1? Why is 1 not in both of them?
Because
It's not. Very good, very good. It doesn't have the equal bar underneath it. So it's not equal to 1. So I don't have anything that's shaded in both of those. So that one is A, no solution. If it had had the equal bar, then it would have been D, but it didn't. And there's one later that does, so you'll see that again later.
All right. What did you say? I thought you did say A.
Man, I was thinking that, then I went ahead and let myself go with it.
All right, 4. They give you some. Listen, they give you some useless info on 4. We don't care what's in set A or D, so make sure you just zone in on the ones it talks about, B and C. It says that you want B union C, so that means it can be in either one of them. That's an OR. So if I'm listing what's in either one of them, in B I've got Q, S, Y, Z. In C I've got B, W, and and X, and I've already written Y, Z. So I'm looking for all of those. That was A, wasn't it? Yep. 4. Alright, on 5. 5 was an interesting problem there, figuring out how many flags we need to make in order to make a profit. It gives you the equation that they have for their cost, and then it gives you the equation they have for what they take in. So to make a profit, what you take in has to be greater than your cost, right? So I'm going to have what I take in, 39x, that's my revenue, has to be greater than my cost, which is 19x plus 12,379. Okay, so this is an easy two-step inequality. We're going to subtract 19x from both sides. So that'll give us 20x is greater than 12,379. Divide by 20. X is greater than, what did y'all get on that? 619. Very good. So if I make 619 flags, am I going to be making money? No. 619, I have to make more than that. So at 619, I'm still losing flags. I would have to actually make 620 to get some profit out of it. This bus drives you nuts, doesn't it? Okay. We turn it down, or does it bug you?
What? Now that you
notice there.
Yeah,
Can you turn it down?
I ain't noticed it yet, but now that you said something,
now that you
like,
said something,
everybody's
it's like in my ears.
Alright, 6.
yeah, that's fine.
It's all I hear.
Yeah, that's solid. Thanks.
That's what I'm here for. Alright, well we got here, we do have to write 2 problems when we got absolute value bars. The good thing on this one is that 0 is either positive or negative, so we don't have to change that, but we're going to have x minus 2 is less than or equal to 0, and x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. We would add 2, so I got x is less than or equal to 2. We would add 2. I got x is greater than or equal to 2. Now this one is like the one we debated on earlier on number 3. However, this one has the equal bar underneath it. So if I start looking at my number line on it, 2 less than or equal to 2 is here. Greater than or equal to 2 is here. I can't be in the blue and black section at the same time, but they both are equal to 2. So that one does have 2 as an answer, which Caleb had a C.
Yeah.
All the difference that equal to bar makes.
Somehow I did 8.
Alright, page 2, number 7. Which one of those works on number 7? What y'all get? C? Everybody B? Oh, I got B. It's parentheses, so Mason knows it would not have a bar underneath it, so it would have to be C, right? He did, I heard him. Everybody good on 7 for C?
Yes, sir.
Alright, 8, I gave you the formula over there on the dry erase board for Fahrenheit to Celsius. I'm going to keep that over there in case you got one on your test like that tomorrow.
I still could not do it. I got
Well, we're going to look at it.
thousands every time I
Okay,
did it.
we're going to look at one thing that bugged me a little bit on number 8 was it said that the temperature was 66 degrees F, and so people didn't know where to plug that in. 66 degrees F means Fahrenheit, so it goes in the F spot. I was a little concerned on that, but anyway, 66 equals 9/5 C plus 32. Now, I could solve this for C before I even started. Remember when we had to do that? And there's a question in a second like that, number 11, where we had to move those things around.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm just going to go ahead and solve it like it is now. I'm going to subtract 32 from both sides. So that gets me 34 is equal to 9/5 C. Now my C is being multiplied by 9/5, so I'm going to divide by 9/5. If you're just going in your calculator, that's fine. You can just type that in like that. If you're trying to do some mental math here, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So you can either type it in like this, or you can type it in like this, either one. It gave you, since you were doing a fraction, it gave you your answer in a fraction, so then you had to convert it. So Mason, grab you a calculator and try it again to make sure you can get it now. Ended up being 18.8 repeating, which was 18.9 degrees Celsius. Good job. We'll see what.
Oh, I know what I did.
Well, good. What did you do? I was curious.
Yesterday I put a 4.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Go on.
Go on.
You had to put the 34 first, too.
34.
Yeah, do it the other
I'm sure
way.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you tried it there. Yeah, you were close. All right.
Okay. I feel dumb.
No, I'm glad you got it figured out what you did wrong.
Ain't that good.
Hey, what did we get on 9?
See?
C? Agree, disagree? What do y'all think? C? Okay. Do we need to look at it?
No.
Everybody get C? Everybody okay?
Yes, we all got to see.
Okay. I mean, don't just tell me that to make me shut up. You need to be able to get it on your test tomorrow. Everybody okay with it?
Yes, sir.
All right. 10 was your yesterday's exit question. Everybody okay on 10? You could get it a couple different ways. You could actually solve the equation and see if 7's the answer, or you could plug 7 in for x and work it out and see if it's a true statement. And it was true on that one. All right, 11. We're looking at 11 now. I've got P equals 2L plus 2W. I think we did this exact problem in our notes when we were doing these.
No, it had the width too.
Oh. What?
It's the exact one.
Huh?
I don't remember it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
We might have solved it maybe for L, but now we're solving it for W maybe. I
He
don't
was
know.
talking just to hear himself
No,
talk.
we didn't do this one.
We solved it for W.
I don't think you took all the notes.
I did take all the notes.
All right. Try to get the W all by itself. We need to get rid of that 2L. How do we get rid of that 2L?
You subtracted.
Subtract it. So I got P minus 2L is equal to 2W. Okay, pretty easy now. Trying to solve W is being multiplied by 2, so we're just going to divide everything by 2. So P minus 2L divided by 2 would be what we're looking for. Which was A, as in A.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, I erased it.
Mason.
This is 11, right?
Yep, that was 11. Yep.
No, this is
Yes,
14.
I erased it. and put
Why'd you
C.
erase it?
Because one of y'all probably said,
No.
no, it's C.
No, I told you it was A, dude.
Mason, confidence is key, okay? If you think you got it right, then you stick to it.
Yeah.
Just like pain. Pain is a mindset. As long as you don't think it hurts, it don't hurt.
That didn't mean it.
There is no such thing as pain.
Hey,
Running
he's
motivation from
just a
history.
figment of our imagination. He's not really.
All right, we're going to go on to 12 now. I'm getting motivated over there. Going to go to 12. On these mixture problems, table's going to be pretty generic that you're going to use. Both of these on this test is liters, so I'm going to make a liters column. I was doing one with a college algebra kid the other day, and I think theirs was gallons. We had a gallons. Percent as a decimal, and then whatever you're trying to find, pure whatever. What's this one about? Alcohol solution, so pure alcohol there. All right. It says how many liters of a 50% alcohol solution, so I don't know my liters. 50% is 0.5. Then you multiply here to get into your pure column or your pure cell. So that would be 0.5x. Must be mixed with 90 liters of an 80% solution. Multiply there, and that gets us to 72. To get a 70% solution, so we want this one to be 70, so I'm going to put a 0.7 there, but I'm mixing these together, and I don't know and a 90. So that's a I don't know plus a 90, right? Means I'm going to distribute that 0.7 to both of those. Everybody all right so far? Okay, now what we do with this, plus equals. So I've got 0.5x plus 72 equals 0.7x plus 63. It's got some weird numbers and decimals in there, but this is a simple equation to solve. Pick what you want to do first. Any preference? Anyone?
The decimal.
Which one?
What's that?
I'm with Zane on that.
Yeah, that one.
So I got 72 equals 0.2x plus 63. Zane doesn't have a choice now. He's subtracting 63. So that's 9 equals 0.2x. Last step there, divide by 0.2. And what'd that get us? 45 liters? Precisely.
Well, my guess was wrong. I'm not good at those.
Me neither. I told y'all that when we did them, but we
Kinda
make a
gave
table
up.
and
The time was running out, and so I just kind of like threw something down.
don't give up, or I'm gonna have Caleb give you a motivational
He
speech.
gave up too. He didn't even write anything down.
I didn't try. If I would have tried, I wouldn't have.
I looked at it and was like, oh, that kind of seems difficult. I think I'm gonna go to the next
Can I
one.
try this Caleb? Or might be a good one.
I said beef or something.
What?
Not yet.
Like his face.
Oh crap!
And what?
I accidentally erased.
She's asked if you remind me of Jimmy Glenn. I said, not yet.
Not yet.
Who's Jimmy Gordon?
I think that's right a couple years ago.
2
Is
years
it a good
ago.
person to be compared to?
Probably not.
Like y'all don't
Right.
look anything alike.
He's just a
the
country
way that you
bumpkin like
talk.
y'all. I got asked if I would invite somebody, and then they were like, "Oh, that's okay, because you're. I'd like you a whole lot less if you weren't." Like, oh, thank you.
Who?
Oh yeah, it was Toller.
Who?
Yeah, I don't remember. It was fucking period. I was asleep. So
Okay.
no, I was just like not aware.
Alright, 13. Let's talk about 13. 13 made me spin my tires for a minute. It's got A equals P times 1 plus NR. And we want to solve this for R. Anybody think they got a good answer?
I tried, but I couldn't figure it out.
Anybody got a guess?
My guess is A.
It's not A.
My guess is C.
It is C. Anybody come up with C? Alright, you did?
Yeah, I
Good,
got it.
good, Rachel. The dilemma, the thing, listen. Listen, gang. The thing that stumped me for a little bit is I decided I was going to divide by P first, because that's the way we did most of them in class. And this was a time where that ended up not being the easiest thing to do. Rachel, what did you do first? Good. That one was, this was a rare scenario where distributing it did work out better. So that's what we're going to look at here. That's going to get me A equals P plus P in R. Now I'm trying to solve for R, so I'm going to subtract this P. So that gets me A minus P equals P in R. Trying to solve for R, it's being multiplied by P in, so we're just going to divide by P in.
And boom.
And that's it. R is A minus P divided by P in. Good job, that was C. As in crazy.
This one could bubble me.
Yeah, this is. I think this is one of the ones that we were arguing
What'd y'all
about.
put?
I put C.
Yes.
Bus 21 Saturday.
21. Thank you, sir.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Saturday for what?
7th grade volleyball.
Oh man. But
I bet you that's fun.
They're gonna be singing on the bus. Asking for donuts.
That's good.
I'm gonna get dropped off real quick.
And then Coach Ryan gonna get mad. You're gonna bring that. This is gonna be a kid for Saturday morning.
Jonesboro?
Softball.
Is it big?
When?
I think it's the weekend before spring break starts.
You got
Oh, well, that's a minute away.
She's just working on the schedule.
Big.
Is it a tournament?
No,
I
it's
think-
not big, yeah.
What is it?
What
A?
is it?
It is D, yes.
Wait, 14? Okay, I got
Maybe
it.
not the work.
Alright, here we got 14. This is one Caleb's Huddle's debating that over here. What Chase's Huddle get on 14? B, not B. Alright, let's look at it. First thing we need to do. 14. We already did 13. He's a killer. First thing we need to do here is distribute on both sides. Okay, so that gets me 36x
Minus 16.
minus 16 is less than 36x. Hey, y'all listening? Minus 15. Okay, now some of us will notice a little strangeness going on already. But let's go ahead and keep solving. What would we do first here? What do you want to look at first?
Add 36.
Not gonna add it though.
Add 16.
Okay, add 16.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wrote 15 like you did. Add 16. So this gets me 36x is less than 36x plus 1.
Then subtract 36.
Subtract 36x.
You get 0.
And that does leave me with a 0. 36x plus 36x is 0. So this would read 0 is less than 1.
That's what it is.
That's a true
It's
statement.
true.
There's no variable. A true statement means that I have all real numbers, infinite many solutions. On my number line, that would be from negative infinity to infinity. Have we got a choice that matches that yet? D is in
If
dynamite.
I'd have looked at my notebook, I probably got more of these right.
Yeah, probably, but you didn't. So.
All
I haven't
right.
missed a whole lot, but
15. Yep.
Boom.
15, I've got the absolute value of h minus 1 minus 9 is less than or equal to negative 5.
You gotta add 9 first.
Alright, good. Caleb's told me the thing that some of us forgot yesterday, this one has extra junk. So we have to move that extra junk over first. So we're adding 9 to both sides. Absolute value of h minus 1 is less than or equal to 4. Okay, now we've got our two problems to write. Drop your bars. H minus 1 is less than or equal to 4. Less than is and. That's important on this one. H minus 1. Flip your sign. Make it a negative 4. Add 1 to both sides. I got H is less than or equal to 5. And add 1 here. I got H is greater than or equal to negative 3. Okay, so didn't have to put a number line, but I'm going to. Would have been better if it was a straight one, but we'll roll with that. Negative 3 greater than or equal to that. 5 less than or equal to that. You see my and stuff there? Negative 3, 5.
Boom.
Boom. C, as in cuckoo.
Like me.
See, sometimes it's cuckoo, sometimes it's a K, though, isn't it? Last page, last page, last page.
Oh, man.
What y'all got? True or false on 16?
False.
Zane gets the winner chicken dinner. Let's look at this thing. We've got intersection of negative infinity, negative 22, and negative 22 has a parentheses on it. So that means it is not equal to it, it is just less than. Then we've got intersection of negative infinity, or excuse me, negative 22 to positive infinity. Negative 22 does not have a line under it. It's just a parenthesis. So it is not negative 22, it's just equal to it. So it says that the intersection of those is negative 22. Is negative 22 included here? Does it have a bracket on it? No. So this would actually be a no solution. So negative 22 is not a part of it. If it had brackets, it would have been. But that's a big fat false. All right, we got our other mixture problem on 17. We can do it. We can do it. I got chemistry class, 3 liters. So I'm going to have liters. My percent, and then what are we making here? Silver iodide. I'm just going to put SI, silver iodide. All right, 3 liters of 4%, so that's 0.04. Okay. I lost my spot there. There we go. 3 liters of 4%, so I'm good on that. So that's 0.12 when you multiply. In chemistry class 3, must be mixed with a 10% solution. So this one's going to be 10%, 0.1. I don't know how much I'm going to use of that. So that's 0.1x. I want to end up, it says, with a 6% solution. So I'm going to have 0.06 there. And I'm adding these, 3 plus x. So that gets me, when I distribute, that gets me 0.18 plus 0.06x. Add equals 0.12 plus 0.1x equals 0.18 plus 0.06x. Pick where you'd like to begin.
Subtract 0.12.
Subtract 0.12. 0.1x is equal to 0.06, yeah, plus 0.06x. Now we gotta subtract 0.06x. 0.04x is equal to 0.06. Divide by 0.04. And what does that get us? Liter and a half?
Well,
No, sirree. 604 is 3 halves, isn't it? Liter and a half? Yep. Alright, 18 is a whole lot like the one I said earlier, number 2. But this time we're renting a car. But this probably, car rental, you like look up online for, how much it's going to cost a day for what size car and all that. Okay, it's going to cost this much. When you get there, pull fees out of every cloud you've ever seen. You gotta, it's craziness. They just, what's it called? Not really lie to you, but
Bibia.
yeah.
they'll give you all the information.
There you go. There you
Say
go.
my picture.
Misleading information. All right, so we got a car rental company that has 2 rates. Rate 1 is $30 a day plus 12 cents per mile. Rate 2, the day rental is a lot more, $60 a day plus 6 cents a mile. So the mile charge is a lot less. It says if I'm just going to rent for 1 day, how many miles would I need to drive to pay less by taking rate 2? So that means I want rate 1 to be greater than rate 2. And actually, in all honesty, listen y'all, if you get the sign wrong in that, there's no choices that are repeated, so you're still going to get the right dollar or day amount, whatever it is, dollar amount. Mile, this is mile, dummy. The right mile amount. We're driving miles, okay, in case you didn't know that. All right, what do you want to do first?
Subtract 1.2x.
Ah, that's interesting.
I was going to subtract 30.
Yours would have kept us positive, but we're going negative with Zane. Okay, now we got to subtract 60 the way Zane went. So it gets me negative 30 is greater than negative 0.06x. Divide by negative 0.06. What does that get me? What's negative 30 divided by negative 0.06? 500? So I got 500 is greater than...
So you have to switch it?
Yep. You're right, a Mooney, Kaylee. 500 is less than x, or x is greater than 500. So if I'm going to go on a 501 mile trip, this A would cost me more than B would, is what that's saying. So 500 would have been 8.
Okay, so if you divide the negative, which is...
Yes. Multiply or divide the negative eclipse. You got it. We got 2 more. 2 more. Caitlin, there's 2 more. You got them both correct. All right, number 19. Everybody ready? Doing all right over there, Mason Lambert?
I am.
All right, it's 19. I got 5 times G plus 17 minus 25G minus 85 equals 0. So we're going to distribute 5G plus 5 times 17 is 85. Then I got minus 25G minus 85.
Add their like terms.
Wait, I think I wrote something wrong.
It's
The
5G.
G is put from
Yes,
5.
thank you. That G in there had a 5, so that makes that work. Thank you, Grace and Kaylee. 25G minus 25G on those like terms, Keston, is nothing. 85 minus 85 on those like terms is nothing. So I have 0 equals 0. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, that's true. So that means lots of ways you can write this. All real numbers, infinite many solutions. The new connection we made with that this chapter is identity. Have we found an answer yet? D is in dynamite. While we're on this topic, and number 20 covers it also, what if we got no solution? What's the new word? Contradiction. What if we get one answer like a normal one? Conditional. Very good. All right, let's look at number 20. 4 times 20t plus 20 equals 16 times 3t plus 17. Distributed 80t. 4 times 20 is 80. 48t. 272. I'm sure y'all all know 16 times 17 in your head. I did. So what do you want to do here first?
Subtract 80.
Oh, went with Keston that time. 80t is equal to 48t plus 291. Thank you. 192. Subtract 48t. 243. 32t is equal to 192. Divide by 32.
What are you doing?
Divided by 32. B, which Keston makes that conditional. Very good. All right. You will be able to use notes if you have them tomorrow. Okay? On paper, not using any electronics, no calculator, you can't use calculators, no phones, no computers, what I was trying to spit out. No phones, no computers, but you use your notes on paper if you got them. Okay? Everybody good? Everybody got what you need to make a hundo?
We're good.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Can I answer a question?
Yep, sign up.
Are we gonna have an extra question?
No, I did not have one today, so you